Hello, everybody. We're back with some Wikidata live editing. Hi, Albin. How have your week been?
Hello. So today we're doing a WikiDojo.
Yes, it's going to be very different.
Yeah.
So instead of splitting this for just the two of us for an hour, we're going to split it with another 4 guests. So I'm going to bring the people on here. I'll start in the order of let's see. I'll go from left to right here and see who I'm adding. We have Shovan. Hello.
Hi, I'm from New Zealand, and it's a beautiful sunny day, as you can see from all the shadows in the background.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's morning over where you are, and evening where we are.
Just after 8 o'clock in the morning.
All right. And we have Jane Darnell.
Hello. It's getting dark here. 10:15 at night.
And we have Larissa Bork.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me, too. I'm on Gotland. It's dark outside, and I just had ice cream. That's relevant.
Gotland, Sweden. That is, for if people don't know, the largest island of Gotland, or largest islands of Sweden. Yeah. And last but not least, Susanna Alnäs.
Hej på svenska. I come from Finland, which is next to Sweden, so it's dark here as well.
Yeah.
Well, greetings to New Zealand.
Greetings back.
And today we're, as I said, we're going to try to do a WikiDojo. So this is I never seen this done before. I have not done it myself before. Doing a WikiDojo on Wikidata. I've been trying this out twice on Wikipedia articles, and it's quite tricky. So in a sense, it might be easier because you're making smaller edits on Wikidata, but it might also be tricky because the editing pattern is also very different. Sometimes you jump around editing other items to make things connect and stuff like that. So what are your expectations, everyone?
I'm hoping we improve Wikidata in some way. That's my expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Not making it worse, you mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of a Wikidatan saying, like, well, it's better now than when I came to this, so it's not worse at least.
I feel confident we'll create an item and it will be good enough when we're done.
Yeah. So we were trying to figure out a topic for this, and we had a little trouble actually discussing because of time zones and stuff like that, and also because it was a quite short time ID before I got it, and hey, let's try this out, and reached out to everyone. So the topic that we are picking is something from the Black Birders Week. So we're going to try to create an item for one of the founders, and as we're also doing it, we're sort of recognizing we're all white people here on this panel. So that's a little bit of my bad for not being able to create this better in this short time. But well, at least we're going to try to do something constructive out of it. I guess that's how we usually work.
Yeah.
So how this WikiDojo work is that one person is going to be the person editing, and that person will have a co-pilot, and these two are the ones who are allowed to talk and discuss what we're doing. And we're going to share the screen from the one editing. And after 10 minutes, I'm going to have a clock here is beeping, and then we're going to rotate. So this entire episode will be about 1 hour from where we start, and then I guess we're going to have some reflections after that. And we sort of randomized or something, picked out an order, and it happened to be so that Jane got to start. So you get the honor for actually creating.
I get to create the item.
Yeah, from scratch. So I'm gonna share your screen here, and Larissa, you're the co-pilot, so feel free to help out or ask questions why things are being done, because we're doing this for the people who to learn from each other. That's the entire purpose of the WikiDojo, and also to have fun while we're doing it. So where can I find the button? Here's the button. So add to stream. There we go. And
Okay.
your time starts now.
So do you see the welcome screen to Wikidata, or do you see the paintings still?
The paintings still.
Paintings.
Paintings. Okay. So now I have to go and make sure that I'm on the right tab. Well, I don't even see the screen that I've shared with you.
But I think it's quite nice that we get to see some nice paintings. So
Yeah, but
great
now,
service.
I want to create an item, and I'm when I click on create item, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. So maybe I have to share my screen again.
Yeah, perhaps stop sharing this one and share the entire application window then, if you're having a lot of tabs.
And then share screen. Okay. And then Chrome tab, and then create a new item and share. So do you see create item now?
Yes.
Yay!
Okay. So this is from the left-hand screen, create new item. I'm just doing it what I say by hand, because normally I would do this with quick statements. And we've decided on this Chelsea Connor, who I'm just going to, oh, there's that thing. Oh, if I leave the screen, then it goes back to another screen. What do you see now?
We still
I still see the new item.
Oh, how interesting. So now I'm seeing the screen that you saw before.
I don't know what you see.
I cannot switch tabs. I can create an item, but I cannot switch tabs without stopping my screen and restarting it. Which is okay. Then I'm just going to stay in the screen. I guess I can't. I'm going to have to ask you to give me the information that is
Okay.
that I need to add to this item.
I'm
Yes?
feeling a huge responsibility here.
Okay. So
All right.
can you see my editing now?
So her name is Chelsea Connor, and she's one of the co-founders of Black Birders Week.
Okay, Black Birders Week co-founder, right? Should I give her?
Co-organizer, actually. It was no co-organizer. She didn't found it.
Okay.
She co-organized it.
Okay. With a Z, I guess she's from Texas. We're going to give it a Z, right? Okay, we're going to create that.
Now she's from Dominica.
Yeah, but even though she's from Dominica, Black Birders Week is an American thing. So I'm going to say she's an organizer with a Z and not with an S. I always try to make sure that anybody from the UK or from Australia has the. This is always tricky. When I type in female on my screen, I always have to be careful to make sure that I get the one that says P21. Otherwise, sometimes it picks the wrong one. I don't know if any of you have that same problem. Okay, so her occupation is a student, right? Is that right, Siobhan?
Yeah, I found she's a herpetologist, an artist and science communicator. I don't know whether she's still a student. She certainly was. I just have seen that description.
Herpetologist?
Let me see. HERPETOLOGIST.
Oh, there it is. Reptiles and amphibians. Cool.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. Okay,
She's
and
also,
she's an activist.
Yes.
And she is living in the state of Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I understand.
Residence. Texas.
So she's born on an island in the Lesser Antilles, if you want to add that.
Lesser Antilles. Is that really a state? The Antilles?
Yeah, it's a thing. No, it's a part of the Antilles, in the Caribbean Sea.
So is she? But that would be the Netherlands, maybe, right?
Oh,
Well, we'll give her a first name and a family name while you figure out what citizenship she has.
yes.
And first name is Connor. First given name, yeah. Unisex given name.
Oh no, her first name's Chelsea, isn't it? Am I wrong? Yeah, Chelsea,
Oh,
not Connor.
sorry. Yeah, good. Given name. Good catch. And that was your last name. Oh, I'm just gonna have to get down. Oh, here, female given name. Yay, got it. Okay. Does she have a VIAF number? I'm not gonna leave this screen because I can't get back into it.
Not that I'm aware of. I will double check for you.
And what's her Twitter handle?
I'm just checking via for you.
Oh, maybe I can check it on my phone. Ah! I didn't think about my phone.
And
Albin just shared that it's Chelsea Herbs, the Twitter name.
How do I spell that? Chelsea?
Chelsea, and then Herbs like herpes, but
H-E.
without the
E?
PS. PS.
Like that?
Yeah.
Cool. What is that? It was giving me mandatory qualifier constraint. What is that? A start time. Oh, does she have a start time? When was she on Twitter? Oh,
October
join
2015.
Okay. So start time. Oop, what happened to it? Wow, you guys have already added all kinds of stuff. Oh no, I actually went back the wrong way. All right. Here we are. Okay, you guys have been adding stuff. All right, so I have to put a start time on this. Start time, October 2015. Okay. She has a Twitter handle.
So
Is she on VF?
No, but we've got her citizenship now. So Dominican.
Oh, great. Okay. Country of citizenship. Republic, right? Island in the Caribbean Sea. Yeah. Okay, and she has notable work, right? Notable work is
No, it's not Dominican Republic. There, it's Dominica. It's a different island. It's not the same.
It's Dominica.
Yeah.
I thought Black Birders Week had an article, so it's not on here.
oh, it is.
Yeah, it's without the apostrophe. So it's Blackbirders as a plural, not as a.
Sure, there it is. Cool. That's for notable work.
Oh yeah.
As an organizer. Why is it not saving? There it is. Okay, it's Dominica, you said?
Yes.
Island.
And there it is.
Yay. That's easy. Okay, what else can we say about this person?
She doesn't have an image in Wikimedia Commons.
She doesn't have a
so
birthday?
If someone watches this,
birthday?
can fix that.
No birthday.
No birth date? No, everybody has a birth date. Otherwise,
Well, not that we could find.
zero. Well, we can say 1990s probably.
Should we put such data on living people at all?
Sure, why not?
For privacy reasons, for example.
Well, the thing is, when you do that, when you just don't give them a birth date, you kind of hide them, because you could put them with people from the 1400s or the 1500s or the 1600s. So you sort of need to sort of carve out this large chunk of time where they were not born. So I understand that with certain K-pop singers who are like maybe age 10 to 12, you don't want to put their birth date because you don't want, to do too much of this privacy stuff. But at the same time, I've spent a lot of time removing the year 0 from a lot of women's IDs. For some reason, I don't know, I don't remember which country it was. They thought that it would be more polite to give all women the date of birth year 0. And it just messes up Wikidata. It's weird. I mean, and for one thing, it shows up all these women as being, very long-lived.
But in this circumstances, I would kind of disagree, because I kind of understand your thinking there, but we don't have sources for that. We don't actually know that it's in the 1990s. We just assume, because we look at the pictures we see on social media, that she might be born in the 1990s. So if you would have a reference that she said, like, I'm a 90s girl, then I would be okay with it. But in this case, we kind of lacking.
We can also say earliest date. Earliest date is, let's say, 1990, right? And the latest date.
Yeah, but how do you know that? I mean, how do you know that she's not born in the 1980s?
Because we know when she graduated from school, right? We can put it further back. We can put it back all the way to 1950, but it just becomes very much less probable. We can also say that her latest date of birth is probably somewhere like 2005, right? She's probably older than that. Oh,
And that's the timer.
I've left you with a great question to go for.
And it's perfect now. Then it's Larissa's turn to start editing. So we'll see if we can add your to the screen. Yes, there's your, and
yes,
it's me co-piloting. Yes, all right.
Oh, it's you. Oh my God, I'm glad I have a good support person. So I'm gonna jump to Black Birders Week that Jane already showed us, and I prepared some organizations that actually backed up this campaign. So this is a social media campaign focusing on highlighting and Black birders. And I want to start with a topic or main subject, actually, what this is about.
Nice.
So it's anti-racism. It is.
Oh, that's not nice.
It's bird watching.
Yeah, bird watching.
It's actually weird that this is a hobby here. I guess
I agree.
That's something the next person could add it. And actually, it's also about natural science. Because the organization that also kind of is co-organizing that Black STEM yes. Also tries to highlight scientists in this. Exactly. I have.
Is there even a
source for that? Sorry.
Is there even possibly an item for STEM?
Oh, maybe.
That's a good question. Wait.
Because that would be a little bit more precise, I guess.
I'm just actually no STEM. I don't know. Is there? Could you check for me?
I can check.
Yeah.
while you're going on?
And yeah, so there are all kinds of participants and endorsements. And I was actually checking out some other social media campaigns earlier, and some of them model it with participant, some of them with endorsements. I'm going to go with endorsed by. And one of the most knowledgeable and prominent are scientific organizations in the US that are backing up or are endorsing the campaign. And I try to save some of them, some of the Twitter statements that those organizations issued, that they are endorsing the campaign via Internet Archive, but it didn't work. So we have to go with those links here. Next one is Ecological Society of America. Sorry, Jan, what did you want to say?
So there's an item called STEM fields.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna
that works.
just quickly. So, what did you say?
STEM
Jan?
fields.
STEM fields. Great. Okay. Next one is the National Park Service. And CNN wrote an article about it. The National Wildlife Refugee System. The
Good, I was
National
gonna check.
Audubon Society. That's also one of the other co-organizers.
It's one of the
working. Yeah. What's his name again?
Ty Lee, I think.
Yeah,
it was. He works for them.
Yeah, right. The American Bird Conservancy. I'm totally not a birder, bird watcher, whatever. So all these all these organizations are totally new to me. I'm
pleased to see they've got items.
Mm-hmm. That's very nice. Well covered.
And publish. So, yeah, something that I kind of wondered about, maybe you can help me with that, Jan, is how could you actually, because it was a campaign that was dedicated to Twitter and Instagram, and I kind of wondered how I can actually model that. How can I, I mean, it's a hashtag for Twitter and Instagram, and that's also the platforms where this campaign mainly happened.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I actually don't know the answer for that.
Huh.
So could you say...
Platforms?
Possibly, yes. I think there's a...
yeah, platforms. I looked at that one, but it didn't really seem relevant for me. So platform for which it was developed or released. Not really.
No. I was thinking more of a qualifier on the social media campaign. Whether it could be a qualifier on the social media campaign, but it may be that that might not work.
Oh, and because German is my mother language, I'm gonna. Actually, I think this description in English is kind of
too
long because it's long and it's not about diversity in birding. It's actually about highlighting Black birders and about their activities. It's not I mean, it's not Birders Week. But
it's mostly about birders, bird watching or birding, and then it's highlighting the people. I agree.
Okay. I think when I put that in there, it was from one of the explanations of one of the co-founders for what it was. But I'm happy to, it should be edited because if you don't think it's accurate.
Well, it's not a campaign, is it? It's a recurring week.
It is.
I understand this is the first week, and that they intend to carry it on in subsequent years, hopefully. Hopefully, because it's so successful.
I often look up in the Wikipedia article because the first sentence usually contains a very condensed description of what it is. This one is very long, though.
It needs to be shortened. I knew when I put it in there it wasn't
but
ideal.
the one in the Wikipedia article as well.
Yeah, I could go for a platform there as a qualifier, I guess.
That could work, yes.
Yeah.
A platform as a qualifier for what?
For the
social media campaign.
So saying it's on Twitter and Instagram to be specific.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that platform was a qualifier. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably doesn't like it.
It doesn't like it, really not.
Yeah. Now, I was going to say, Wikidatans tend to be kind of weird about instance of. So you've already got 2 instances of here. I mean, I use 2 instances of all the time.
I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to research and do some research later, but I didn't find anything else. What else? So I wanted to add participants if I have some time left. So there were some hosts that were specifically invited to highlight the campaign, and that's Corina Newsom, an American ornithologist and science communicator. And we have J. Drew Lanham.
So well prepared.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
I just added Chelsea Connor as a founder. Is that bad?
Good.
You don't steal our edits.
Otherwise, Jan won't know what to do later because then perfect. But actually, she is not one of the founders. She actually said that she's one of the co-organizers, and that Anna Gitti pitched the idea. So,
Not an organizer.
What else? What else could we do here? Oh, wow.
Yes. So that's your time. So it's my turn now. I'm going to share my screen and show on my co-pilot here.
Alrighty.
And let's see.
I have no idea what I'm going to do after you're finished because people are so good at this.
Yeah.
They're slamming.
Let's see. I get distracted in my tabs here as well. Let's see. I'm on the Blackbird this week. Yes, good. Now I want to go back, I guess, to I think I may perhaps need to reload this to see anything. So let's see. What do we have here? So there's Chelsea Connor. I'm going to go back there because that's the main topic of this dojo. So we're going to see if I can add something here.
I just added her to the participants list. That's how you can click on her.
All right. So I found with some help here a source for some of these, a source for some statements here.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I'm going to add some sources that you made here. Or where do we have them? Here. So references for the herpetologist that was stated in this publication. The retrieve date, I just read it, so it's today's date. And to make this a little bit nicer to see in if this source gets pulled in Wikipedia, I'm also gonna add it as a title here.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot since you showed it on one of the last podcasts you've done. This webcast. Since then, I've been putting titles in just because I thought it was amazing. It's such a good suggestion.
It makes the references so much nicer on Wikipedia, which I think will also make Wikipedians.
Do you save the used articles to the Internet Archive to make sure that they're always going to be there?
I usually do that, but right now I've forgotten it. So let's do it.
Oh wow, what a good idea! I never do that, but that's a good idea.
So I'm gonna copy this link address, and I'm just gonna head off to the web, archive.org. Let's see if it's.
Might have trouble switching your screen. When I left the tab, then it wouldn't.
I didn't leave the tab. I just went here. So.
Oh yeah. Oh good.
Use the save page now.
Sometimes they don't let you do it, but it's always, I always find it's here.
Let's see if they accept my suggestion. Seems to be saving. That's a good sign.
Oh, good. Do you install the? I use Chrome all the time, so I've got the Chrome extension for it, where I just have to click a button and it automatically saves it for me.
I think I have done that sometime, but I don't see that button right now.
I use that button all the time. It's like one of my main extensions, Chrome extensions, and one of the reasons I like Chrome is because for that very reason.
Yep. So where did that statement go?
Heptologist. Oh, why is that? Did you not save it? You didn't save it when you left.
No, I think I just went back instead of there we go.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah.
Yes. Slow computer here, or slow Wikidata. Edit. And
I find it's using the Internet Archive saving links is something I try. I'm not always great at it, but something I try to do just to make sure that it's always there for people. Oh, that's cool. I don't do that.
So how are you doing it?
No, I just leave the link there, assuming that someone, if they lose it, they'll find it.
All right. Yes,
I don't make it easy for people. That's great.
But this is actually a quite good way, because now that too can get pulled in on Wikipedia.
Yes. Yeah, I hadn't even... This is why I do these things, so I learn.
Yep. So let's see. And now I have this gadget or tool for copying references. So I'm going to copy this one, because I also I can insert it here. So that's 2 nice references. And I'm going to quickly check what else that article said that I can use. Oh, so she's doing research as well.
Yeah, I was trying to find research that she's done, because she's not on like WorldCat or anything, but maybe as a co-contributor to something. But we might even have research paper by her on Wikidata. I don't even know how to find that.
I've had a look for her supervisor, the person she worked with in the lab. He's not even a Wikidata.
Oh wow, yeah.
Paper's a fizzer, but he's not.
Yeah. So let's see if I can add. We have notable work. Yes, so we can actually add it here, because that was mentioned there. So that's a couple of things, and then I think we can go here back again. And I'm just going to do a few polishes here on the references. Let's see. So reference here. So I'm quickly just gonna add the retrieve date here. It's gonna be today. I'm going to go through, do that for all of these quickly.
I'm kind of feeling sorry that you have to polish up behind me.
No.
It's a wiki.
Otherwise, I
Everyone needs to
wouldn't
do
know
it.
what to do.
Yeah.
So this is good. Now I have something to.
So is there a way to do to add these in quick statements that you get today's date as the actual date? Because that's a question I've had for a long time. Adding references in quick statements.
I don't know.
Oh, you've only done it by hand this way.
Well, I usually just edit one item at a time, and it would take
right.
longer time to switch tab to quick statements than for me to actually do the edits.
Yeah. In this case, I understand it, but sometimes if I'm doing a catalog, I'll add the references to the catalog to a whole bunch of statements.
Mm-hmm.
And I would
That
like
makes sense.
I would like to add the date today to all of them.
Mm.
And I actually, oh, that was the wrong button. And I actually know it was retrieved today because we didn't pick the topic before. So Larissa couldn't possibly have researched this before. So I'm not just guessing here.
No, I did it today.
Oh, we didn't know the source for this one, American Birding Association. So I'll cancel out of that. And I'll go back to Chelsea again and see what else we can add or fix. So what do we? I'm just going to do this like I'm doing sometimes. I will just press the add statement button and see what does this say. If it helps
I
anything.
do that, especially when I'm out of my comfort zone.
Edited that.
Yeah,
that
I
one
like
we
this.
know.
Yeah.
This was the what was it called?
Midwestern State University. And if you go on the Etherpad, there's a reference for that.
Oh, great.
Right there, we have that one.
I was doing research for me, but I'll give it to you. I don't mind.
All right.
It'll just mean I go, what do I add now?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. Oh, you have so much things here. So let's see which one actually there.
It's sorry.
Yep. Yeah, I found it.
You found it?
Yep.
Yeah. And again, I'm not sure if that one's been saved to the Internet Archive either.
That's good. So here's the reference URL.
That's a good point for those academic biographies or academic information to save those to the web archive, because sometimes you just never find it back.
Well, people publish their CVs and all sorts, and it contains information that obviously later on down the track, if I had CVs for some of the women botanists I had from the 1900s, my life would be a lot easier. So think of poor people in 100 years.
Oh, time.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just going to save here, stop the timer, and I'm going to share your screen.
Cool. Okay.
And then
right. So I'm on Chelsea, obviously.
And who's helping you? It's Susanna helping you.
Okay. I'm just going to refresh this because I want to make sure that everything that's just been done is on there. Yes, it is. Cool. And now I'm just going to pop over to the Etherpad and see if there's anything else that I need to do. Okay, residence. I've got shivers. The reference. Copy.
WikiDojo lives. There's a fan. The WikiDojo. I think, isn't it an Asaf invention, the WikiDojo?
I don't know. I'm going to share the link to Meta so everyone who wants to read it can see it. So,
cool.
Yes.
Okay.
I only know it from Wikipedia, but I think it's good to do it.
I've got a reference for the fact that she's resident in Texas. So I'm just going to add that. Okay. Gosh, this is amazingly stressful. I'm just going to publish this, and then I'm going to go, I don't want to share the screen. What I'm just going to quickly do is just go like that, save page now, and hopefully I'll get Please be good. So I'm just at the moment using my Chrome extension Internet Archive to archive the reference, and it does take a while, can take a while to save, and it has saved. So I'm just going to, I hope it saves. It's still going round and round. Saving page. It is saving, so that's good. We just have to wait for it to finish so that I can then add the, what was the property, Jan?
Yes.
Archive URL.
Yep.
Yes.
That one.
So happy to hear about that now.
Archive ID, archive
I didn't even
URL.
know about that property until tonight.
No, I hadn't even thought about it. It's still saving. Come on. It should
All
be.
right. While you're waiting, tell us when you started with Wikimedia projects, Siobhan.
Oh, goodness. Well, I started attempting to edit in 2014, I think it was 2014, 2015. So not that long ago, really. And had my first page proposal nominated for deletion. It seems like a rite of passage. And then I just...
You persevered. Yay!
I did. I argued back. I really did. I argued back. Nowadays, I probably wouldn't have done. But I was so desperate to get this woman into...
I'm just quickly interfering here. Are you adding that as a new reference?
Oh, no, I'm not. Sorry, thank you. Let's remove that. Thanks for the catch, yeah. Archive URL, let's try that there. So I argued back and managed to keep her in, which I'm really pleased about. But do I need to anything else other than that? Oh, title. And it is the Smithsonian one, which was the... I love the Smithsonian magazine. I love the Smithsonian.
I love the Smithsonian too. Have you ever been there?
Yes, of course. Anytime I go, I've been to Washington, D.C. 3 times, and most of that time is spent at the Smithsonian.
I know, it's a great place.
Okay. There, okay. That looks better, doesn't it? I'm hoping that works. All right. What else have we got? I'm just going back to my research. Everyone's done everything. Now, she is a student of Charles Matthew Watson. He has no Wikidata item. I'm wondering whether I should create one for him.
You should.
I should? Okay, let's do that then. Because I know he's definitely he's wiki-worthy because he's got papers in Wikidata. So let's go back.
Another thing
then. Anything to hack away at the mountain of papers we've got in Wikidata.
So this is him. He's doesn't have anything there. I always double check, and I also check like that as well, just to make sure.
Yep.
Disambiguation page.
I'm always double checking.
There's lots of them, and I've already checked before. I know he's not in here.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that I'm correct. So I'll put his full name just so that we can find him later.
I didn't even bother checking Chelsea Connor. I just assumed you'd already checked.
No, she hasn't.
Yeah.
New item.
It would have been an amazing hack if she actually would know that if Siobhan knew that there is an item and she would just like let us 3 work on an item that's already existing, and it's the last person like, okay, and now I'm going to erase this duplicate.
Now I always make sure I've got all the permutations that might possibly be used by internet machines for his publications, and he's an herpetologist as well, but I cannot actually spell this. Herpetologist. Let's see if that I knew. So thank goodness for spell check. So we'll create him. He might even be. Can someone check to see whether he's in Wikispecies?
How do I check? You have to clue me in. Do I have to go to mix and match?
No. I just look at just go check, search his name in Wikispecies.
The other project.
Yeah, other project, because then I can add him to the.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, I never actually met anybody who actually uses Wikispecies before.
Well, I always like to tie it in if I can. Occupation. He's also
Charles Matthew Watson, right? 2 T's in Matthew.
Yes, I understand. and he's a university.
There he is. Yeah, he is. Oh,
he is. Oh, shivers. Then he does have a
Charles Richard Watson.
No, different person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born in 1885, not your guy.
Yeah. Okay. So he. Oh, what do you mean it doesn't exist? Let me just go back and grab that. Now, so I'm just going to write down his number because it's new, sometimes searching for this person when you try and search for him on Wikidata, it doesn't come up. And I want to go to his paper. Now he's in there. This is the paper that he...
find it again, Siobhan, just by clicking on your own contributions.
See, you're smarter than me. I didn't even think of that.
No,
okay.
I've had the same problem since the backlog. Ever since the backlog, I've lost items that I created. But
here he is. Here but he's just a string there. So let's turn him into a thing, and go down. I'll just add, just put author.
Yeah, no, when you do these, I will remove the author string, or I'll remove that name from the author string.
What I do is I make sure always the series ordinals property is definitely there, and he's the lead author.
Right.
Okay. Publish it. I always make sure I publish it, and then I go back. And then I go edit. Oh, I like that. Actually, hang on, before I do that, cancel. That reference I can reuse, copy.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I know, because I have refreshed. I have to refresh. Let's go back up. Sorry, I hope you guys aren't feeling sick. Copy that and insert it. Okay, so that looks better. And then I go edit, remove. And then, if I can, I will now go and search on, just copy that. I am actually going to try and use the author disambiguator tool, if it's working. I'm just going to log in.
Author disambiguating tool. What tool is that?
Okay, I just love this tool. This tool basically searches for the name of the person, and will look for all the
nicknames.
All the papers they've published.
Oh, okay.
Now there are several Charles Watsons, and they always automatically at the first section. There's several groups. I always go uncheck, because otherwise you can accidentally add link people that you don't want to link. So he is definitely Charles M. Watson.
Right.
And so I'm just going to scroll through. I'm trying to do it slowly so you guys don't feel quite so sick. Look away if you do start feeling a bit ill. And I will look for Charles M. or Charles Matthew Watson. And there was some in here. I did see some before, or if I haven't done it already. There's lots of, you can see this guy here has produced a lot of papers. Someone can sort that out for him later. I also want to go back to Chelsea's page. Oh no! Hang on, there he is. That's one of his. So I'll just show you. Click on that, then you scroll right down to the bottom, and you find the Charles Watson that you're looking for, which he is not there. So I will just add his Q number. Q960999949. Select works for author, and then it will run and replace his name in that. Okay, that's me.
All right. So next up is Susanna.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share your screen here.
Yes. Oh, wow.
And we have Albin as co-pilot.
There.
Yay.
Okay. So I thought I'd start from this Wikipedia article. I was participating also in the COVID-19 Wikidata wiki project, and what I found out that there was that many of the so much was happening in Wikipedia, and Wikidata just couldn't keep up with the amount of information that was flooding into Wikipedia, and people are still organizing that. So in a way, I think that one could start from kind of harvesting what's been written in the Wikipedias, and I'm just showing a couple of those queries for this. So here's the Wikipedia article, and to get the Wikidata item, one can go either to Wikidata to pick it up, or go to the page information page and see the Wikidata item here. I have this query that this one is bringing the links, all the links from that page that point out from that page, and the Wikidata items that those pages have. So in a way, it's listing all the Wikidata items for the link. So this query is quite handy. It could be for any wiki project, and then there is this. Then there's this one Wikidata item that needs to be replaced. So I'll try to. It very often fails, so I have done everything beforehand. So
Susanna, could we create a short link for this one and share it with the audience?
Yes, definitely. Where should I?
Yeah, because I'm having trouble seeing it.
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
TBD.
It's TBD.
So that's perfect. I'm gonna share it.
Yeah. Okay. I put it there. Is it? Oh, this is private.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah. You can continue work. I'll fix it.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Oops. Where am I? So, let's see. These are all the things that have been linked to. There are the organizations, the ones that endorse. There are the people who, the founders. Not all of them, because not all of them are in the Wikipedia article. Now we've been more laborious with the Wikidata item. So in the Wikidata item, there's much more now than in the Wikipedia article. But I must admit, I have not necessarily thought what we will do with this. So
it's very cool. I like it. I also don't know what we're going to do with it, but I like it very much.
So we can take the query that we have now with this specific query and put it to one of Magnus's tools. Now they work again, at least some of them. For example, Tabernacle. And let's do it here. Ta-da. Run. I don't know if it does anything if we don't add any columns. Labels. Run. Now it's running. If it doesn't manage to do it soon, I have made it already. Yeah. So let's see. I wrote a list what we could show them, at least labels. Hey, please, if you have any ideas, just shout. I'll do that.
I'm still thinking. I'm sort of blown away by this tool, which is kind of making me think. My mind is exploding.
Good. Yeah. So because I think my mind should be blowing.
It would be great to use this on one of those really long list pages.
Yeah.
You know what your list is of, whether it's a list of hurricanes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I've used it for paintings. Of
course, yeah. Paintings, yeah.
Well, for one
I'm at the point
painter.
where I don't even bother with Wikipedia lists.
Mm. So
it's just if it's one painter, I've ended up, it's just so easy to, copy and paste and edit whole items in one go, and you can actually see what you're doing. It's much more visual, which for me is easy. It makes it easier.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this Tabernacle.
Yeah.
When I've got a data set.
I'm adding some properties here that and not all of them maybe, because I think, oops, what did I do? Oh, fortunately didn't mix up everything. So I think this affiliation might be something that we could link from these people towards Blackbirders Week.
Yes, I think you're right, yeah.
Because the problem is that this is not the item itself, the Blackbirders Week. We can't say that these are the founders of Blackbirders Week, because the property goes the other way, unfortunately. So the only thing that's left is this affiliation.
Well, yeah, but the other thing is that all of the organizations that are supporting Blackbirders Week, you know, it is somehow, it's worthwhile thinking about how you want to be able to show the fact that they participate in this kind of event, right? And support this kind of activity.
Yeah.
And how do you do that with properties? I mean,
I've used affiliation before.
I believe Larissa added a lot of them with endorsed by already.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that property before.
Yeah.
Endorsed by. Yeah, that's a good
Endorsed
one.
by, that's a good one, but the problem is
There's no
that
inverse.
it's the other way around. So it's from the black.
Oh, there's no reverse.
Sponsor? Are they a sponsor?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
no. It was just tweets or statements on Instagram that they look here. That's a great thing. Take part.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oops. Where am I? There. So in a way, I don't think the machine, needs it to be both ways, but the humans would like them to be in the.
Well, exactly, because it's handy to click back and forth, right?
Yeah.
And I've used affiliation before in in this broad sense as well, just in order to link an organization with a group of people who wouldn't normally, you wouldn't normally be able to show it, but I thought the link between them was really important. So and I've used that property in that way before.
Yeah, maybe I'll leave it to this. We can continue, but I'll show also the category listing. So here is again the Blackbirders Week article, and I've tried two. I wonder which one would you be more comfortable with, Black Lives Matter or Birdwatchers? We have others as well, but I haven't done them previously. So
whatever you prefer.
No, sorry.
Whatever you prefer.
Whatever.
Whatever. Go for it.
Let's take this one. So we have again the Wikidata ID, and this is the query with the English Wikipedia. It's in two places, here and here, and here we have that ID. And let's see, tick, 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 tick. So this is everything that is in black. Yes, sorry. This is what happens very often. Time's out. But no problem. I've done it.
I love your prep.
Yeah, it exists. It fails very often. I don't know whether. I think it's the Wikipedia query that is causing some trouble. So this again can be put into different places, and I've also tried to maybe add it into PetScan here. Yeah. So it can make this list of items or links, and one can tick some of them to make a subset. And here one can make a statement and add it to all of those that have been ticked. And I made this, this is a little bit away from bird watching, but I checked which ones are shootings of these incidents. And this is like an instance of a shooting. So we could do it here in PetScan by clicking on process commands, or jump into quick statements from that. But
Wow.
yeah,
Oh,
That's
interesting.
Yes.
so we don't necessarily do it now. Yeah.
That's just amazing.
A lot of nice ideas with tools there.
Yeah.
Love it. Next up is Albin.
Yay.
Ready to come back already? No, not yet.
And
Jane,
I'm back.
you're co-piloting.
Okay.
So actually following what I think Jane mentioned earlier, she mentioned that Wikidata people can be kind of notorious about the instance off. And we actually have multiple ones here, and that's not preferred. So I'm actually going to start by cleaning this up.
Cool.
And this is my opinion that this first off is a recurring event.
Ah.
And then we should be able to spell it as well.
2 C's. 2 C's.
C's.
No, you still got it. Oh no! Yeah, it's showing a reoccurrence. Oh, I see. Recurring. You want a not reoccurrence, but a recurring events. So the O has to go. Yeah. No, 2 C's.
Still 2 C's.
Oh
No.
no, it is 1 C.
No, it says 1 C, 2 R's.
There you go. Who is that, Larissa? No, recurring event. There it is.
There you have it.
Yay.
Yay.
And then to be a little more specific here, I'm going to add a qualifier because it's a recurring event of a social media campaign.
Ah, nice.
Oh,
That's much nicer. That's much nicer.
Thank you.
Like it.
I was wondering what that. Yeah, how you do that.
Nice. That's much nicer.
Yeah, very nice.
So that is how I would do it. I have actually taken this modeling from how you model sports events.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so you can get rid
So
of
I'm
those.
going to
Cool.
remove
Is it actually a recurring event?
Well, I believe that they've just said the first. They imply that it is in the interviews. They've implied that they're going to do it again. So I'm assuming
It's the intent. Yeah, it's definitely the intent.
Yeah. Obviously, we won't know until it actually reoccurs, but yeah.
Exactly. But the intention is.
Yeah. So I understand from the interviews.
I'm going to add the reference. I remember it. And the date where you...
No. Just
what's the format here?
Property.
Right.
Just put retrieve.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, okay.
RET. Yeah. There it is.
There we go. So hard
That's
editing
There you
a second
go. And
language.
it goes in today. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. And
Publish.
where's my publish? There it is.
I kind of have a question here. If you're just tidying up, so this campaign was inspired by this incident with Christian Cooper in the Central Park. And Christian Cooper has a Wikidata item, and I was kind of wondering how you could actually model this inspired by, because the event itself doesn't have a Wikidata item.
Oh, the Christian Cooper doesn't have that video doesn't have an item. You know, it probably has an event, but it doesn't have an item. You're right. But it's still the event. We could have it be inspired by the event. I don't know.
Yeah.
Should we do a search? It's out there? I assume it is. Christian Cooper is out there.
Inspired by. Yeah.
In a way, it is inspired by Christian Cooper, who actually has a Wikipedia article. So it's definitely inspired by him indirectly. He's an American writer and editor based in New York City.
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah.
Great.
Turns out he's on Wikipedia for comics. Who knew? I mean,
I'm actually also, we said this was a recurring event. So something else I had in mind were actually the duration.
Oh, okay.
oh, good work.
Nice. Nice.
And I think this ran for, it's called a week, but I believe it was 5 days.
Yeah, a working week probably.
Yes.
Monday to Friday.
No.
wasn't it?
No.
No?
So it was
No?
Friday to Friday.
Friday to Friday.
Friday
It was
to
a week.
Friday.
Okay.
I wonder if we can say 1 week, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Um,
You can put a start time in there.
Yeah, you could do start time, end time for the dates.
I don't think I could.
Oh,
Because
because
this
you're
is about the recurring
the
event.
whole event, and if it's
Oh,
recurring,
and
okay.
the inception. The inception's fine. Yeah, inception's fine.
Yeah. So one would need another item for each year then
Right. Okay.
in
Right.
the future.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna move back to the original item as well. I watched it. I think a couple of episodes ago showed of this Recoin.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Two gadget that shows which properties that is likely to be of value for this.
We did
item.
have some information on place of birth, didn't we? I mean, I know we've got citizenship, but did we not put place of birth in?
I don't think we did. I don't know how
Okay.
exact it would be. It might be sometimes. I think Andrew Lee mentioned sometimes. There is something such a thing as too much metadata. So rather than guessing.
Yeah.
But what we could actually definitely add is field of work.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sure.
We got the occupation, so I wonder. I think that's good for now.
It's funny to see ethnic group in there. I thought that had been deleted.
Yeah, that's one of those cases when I would assume that there is a thing as such as too much metadata.
I remember there was a request for comment on that, and I thought it had failed. So I'm surprised to see it in the list.
I know when it comes to editing both Wikipedia and Wikidata for New Zealand Māori, I have to find, before I do anything like that, I find a statement from the person themselves to say
exactly.
that they are of. But in New Zealand, it's very culturally, it's the history of the person. If they're Māori, that's part of how they introduce themselves. It's part of their being. You know, it's just that they say they're from particular tribes, and they explain their
indigenous groups as well.
And it's, you know, it's important. It's important information for them because it's part of them. So, you know, but I don't ever edit unless they have, I've got a source that shows them stating it, because otherwise I don't feel comfortable doing it.
You know, that's the question I had for you about the indigenous people of New Zealand. Were they also forcibly moved the way?
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness, yes. Oh, yes. I mean, Māori are amazing. They are so resilient and just, they're amazing. But boy, were they done over. Yeah, the British government just was awful.
I moved on to.
I remember there's
I
a
moved
point.
on to
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
the organizer of this item or of the event because I have discovered that they do have social media accounts, obviously.
Oh, look at
that. And especially as it's a social media campaign, I find it highly relevant.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we already earlier today entered things like Twitter username. And then we also had the qualifiers. I'm actually going to leave those out. I believe that the bot will pick them up rather quickly. Seems like something that could be easily automated.
Yeah.
And I believe they also have an Instagram, right?
Oh, probably.
Yes, there is.
Birds, of
it's
course.
the same.
Yes.
Nice.
I didn't even think to check that.
Instagram username, right? Great. I'm not gonna edit this item more. It's a bit of a sidetrack, but just those two things are very important. I believe, for this.
Yeah.
Going back to
It
Black
doesn't
Birders
have a
Week.
label or a description in
It
Norwegian
doesn't
or in
either.
Swedish.
Oh,
Exactly.
I have to do that, of course.
So Larissa added a
Someone fix
German.
that.
Yeah.
I'll do it in Finnish.
Larissa added a German description, but I felt that I could add a Norwegian and Swedish one as well. Just essentially copying. Oh.
Gone. Where's the time gone?
All right. You finish up that one.
Yeah.
That will be good. But that was more or less the dojo. So I'm
Nice.
gonna see if I can get us back on screen like this while I've been trying to save the last things. How did you find this? How was it?
Stressful. When you're editing, the time goes so fast. Yeah.
It's
I
really
think I
interesting to
warned you
see
before.
how different our communication patterns are. So I think at the beginning, Jan just like tried to express like, okay, so it's one person writing and one person talking. And then we four came in and just messed the hell out of it. I think we have to edit the meta description of what a WikiDojo is. This
I'm sorry, we
man
didn't
trying to have some.
We didn't obey the rules.
Did you have
Yeah,
fun
it was
doing
really
it?
fun.
Yeah, it was great.
actually fun.
Yeah, I learned a lot. It was great. Yeah.
I
hadn't
believe
even thought
actually
about
one
it.
could. So I believe a traditional one is 7 minutes editing Wikipedia, but for Wikidata, I believe one could do a lot shorter ones. If, for example, you just pick one item and you do like, you can go as short as 1 minute, add just a few statements, and then you have to move on kind of
There's
quickly.
pressure.
It would be very
Actually,
fun.
I actually rounds would be great. So, for example, when I looked at what you did, I got some new ideas. So, if you would actually have like 3-4 minutes, and then everyone has one turn, and then you
Have another
Exactly.
two.
Yeah. So this is the page
Reinventing
for
the-
WikiDojo on Meta. We need to add some more ideas there, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More talking. I think in the beginning, someone said like people on Wikidata are always really calm and not interacting, so we just proved them wrong.
Absolutely. So the one thing I did miss is I wanted to see what you did with the wiki species link. So that's, you just put that under the extra link at the bottom.
Yeah. You can just add other projects on the actual item.
Of course, I do that.
It's a site link. It's basically a site link to connect it. So
I do that for Wikidata. If I
it's
create a material list on Wikidata, I will add that under the other projects. So
it's like linking a category from Wiki Commons, except you can add wiki species and because they'll have their own page. So it's just interlinking the wikis. I just try and make sure that everything's interlinked so that you can get. It's another place to get data, because a lot of the data on wiki species is a string data. It's not linked at all. So it's a nice thing to do is to go to wiki species, grab all the data that's been put in, typed in, and stick it into Wikidata so it's interlinked rather than
it's
just
different than Wikisource.
I haven't had much to do with Wikisource. I should pay more attention to that. I'm only just starting to dabble in it. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Wikisource. I use it, but not a fan. Well, this was a lot of fun. Young,
I enjoyed it.
Sign me up for the next
I had a
one.
good time.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on a Saturday evening or a Sunday morning. So yeah, we had a great time. And if anyone else is interested in the Wikipedia Weekly Network, you find our page on Meta over here. And with that, I guess, thank you all. And
thank you.
See you.
This was great. Thank you.
Very much.
See you next week.
Bye.